And they are here, so I am so psyched because due to the lockdown and the virus, my supplier actually told me that the dolls would be delayed for about 4 to 8 weeks, so I was like panicking, but they only took 2.5 weeks in reality, so I'm so excited. Alright, so I did get the limited edition Olaf Key because I got both dolls. I'm not a very big key collector, but I do like having some around because they are very adorable. And this one is awfully cute as well. So it comes with a little tag to promote the Blu-ray release of the movie Frozen 2. And this one is very cute because it's translucent. And I like the fact that it has dismembered body parts of Olaf all over the key. So Disney is like, let's chop off Olaf and put him on the key. There we go. And let's dive into Elsa right away because I'm gonna start off with Elsa in this one because I started out with Anna in the last round. And also because I cannot wait to take her out of the box. Speaking of boxes, the box designs and the presentation on these two dolls are out of this world. Like, the boxes, the design, so amazing. Immediately it gives you that premium, pristine, limited edition feel to it as soon as you look at the boxes, so that's pretty cool. It has an iridescent feel to it like the previous dolls. It has a shiny foil little vibe going on. And down there it says Elsa, the Snow Queen. It's interesting because this is the first time Elsa is being referred to as the Snow Queen in her merchandise. So the 2013 Elsa is what? No longer the Snow Queen? Is she emo Elsa? I don't know. So you can pause and read the description on the back if you'd like. And I love the fact that it has that unity snowflake symbol there to represent all the elements. And on the top window it has that element again. Now we bust her out of the box. So this is the plastic window design for Elsa. It's pretty cool, but it's just plain white. I'll show you in a little bit how they did for Anna's box. It's amazing. Here we go. It's actually like a shiny foil gold pattern there, so that's pretty dope. I wish they could have done like a silver foil thing for Elsa, you know, that would have been amazing. So this is my certificate. So it's 3,887 out of 8,500. So those are a lot of Elsas out there, y'all. And now let's take a look at her in her box in the pose before we take her out. So interestingly, her pose is actually very similar to the 2013 Elsa, the way her hands are posed and all that, so it's nice. Okay, do we have her in her memories like this? Do we? Okay, let's take her out. Alright, and she is out. So, oh, she is very beautiful to look at. We'll get into that in a little bit later. So this is her box background. It's very nice. Obviously, it's Atta Holland with all the crystals there. Well, this scene wasn't in the movie, so I think it's like a custom artwork that they did, or maybe concept artwork from the movie. Alright, let's get down to business. This doll is so beautiful to look at. You know, they say don't judge a book by its cover, so this cover is actually very stunning. It's actually the pages inside that has a few problems, but we'll get into that later at the last. We're gonna start off with the positives first, because the positives are a lot on this doll. As usual, we're gonna start off with her hair and face. So I love her face sculpt. It's the same as the previous doll, but here she has a side glance, which is very cute. And she has freckles! The thing that was missing from the adventure dolls, so I love that. Her bang seems to be nicely gelled and styled as well. And on the front, she have this little super curly piece here. It's all gelled, so it's very hard to, you know, keep it in shape. But the same cannot be said for the parts in the back because they're not styled. I mean, they are styled, but to the very minimum. But that being said, the hair quality is actually very good. It's very soft and very smooth, but it's just a bit messy. So they should have, I don't know, styled the entire head like they usually do for the other dolls. Alright, let's move on to her outfit. So outfit is made up of 2 layers. So she has a sheer layer on top which has all the printed patterns of her dress, and a white piece underneath. On her sleeve, she have the Unity snowflake along with the little dotted line / gem icons there. So, she does have like little tiny diamonds sprinkled all over to give that little bit of glimmer, but the main parts, all the elemental jewels, are actually printed. And their color is quite muted as well. It's not as bright, as vibrant as they are in the movie. And the main part of her skirt is like a vinyl plastic printed pattern, and it kind of transitions down to the ombre part, with more embroideries to represent the elemental jewels or gems. And her skirt does have a nice train to it, it's just that it's very, very stiff due to the printed vinyl piece. And here we're onto the back of the dress. I really love how the back is constructed, and the cape, the gems are again embroidered here in white, but I do love the fact that the dotted lines, as you can see there, have an iridescent feel to it. See, it changes to blue when you kind of play them around in light, so that's very neat. I didn't notice it at first, so that's very cool. So I'm just gonna show you how far her train goes. So her train satisfies me. I love it when dresses drapes along with them and flows along with them. So both her cape and her dress does have a train to them, so that's good for me. And because the dress has 2 layers, it's, you know, adds more to the stiffness, and also it loses that translucent feel that she has in the movie, because those little purple parts in the movie are, you know, see-through. And she does have her leggings. Her leggings, they're different from the adventure doll, so they're lighter in shade and also thinner and softer in feel as well. And finally, she has her sandals. Her sandals are very cute. I mean, the sculpt details are there, but I just find that it's very dull and plain because there's no paint detail or no, you know, like shimmer or glimmer or whatever stuff happening there. So there. So move on to the articulation. So as usual, shoulders, elbows, wrists. She does have a waist joint that she can swivel from left to right, so that's cool. She has her hips, ankles, and knees that move along with her. Oop! Gymnastics! Alright, let's move on to the part where the book cover is good, but there are some pages that have problems, so let's move on to that. So the overall thing I have with this doll is this. By the way, this is not a complaint or a criticism in any way. I just want to point out the facts that they could have done differently. The dress, it's so stiff. It's super stiff, which is opposite of what was in the movie, which is like air. It was like floating and blowing all over the place. So the choice of materials was very interesting because it made it very stiff. Another thing is the gems. Those gems were the core of this dress, the core of her character transformation. You can see it in the movie that soon as she became that 5th element, all the gems flew onto her on her bodice and the ends of her dress, also on her cape. Those were all gems and jewels and crystals. It was made very obvious, and it was an important part of the character. But it's just interesting to me that they failed to capture that and then instead went on with print instead of gems. The same goes to the bottom of the dress as well. At least the bottom is embroidered with shiny threads, so it does give a little bit of sheen. But the top for me was just very dull. There was no color. It was like very flat to me. Even if they wanted to print it, I would have preferred for them to print it with like shiny material or stickers, so it does give the illusion of gems. And of course, the seam in the middle is very off too. Even on the classic doll, they were able to pull off that one dress look, so why couldn't they do it for this one? Here's a bonus round of happiness after that part. So here is Bruni. So this Bruni figure is so adorable, he is so cute, and he is the perfect size for Elsa. So like everyone else, I got Bruni from the 5-star Funko set. Here, I got it from Amazon for like $5 I think, so it's not that bad. So it comes in a nice little box like this. You open it, you can see Elsa there. So I've already taken out Bruni from the packaging, but I'll probably leave the rest in there because I just wanted Bruni. Getting a closer look at him, like even his little smug expression is there. He's so cute. Alright, so overall this doll is a pretty solid doll. You know, it's very nice, but it's also interesting to me that these dolls are like the dolls now, because the outfits that they are featured in are going to be the main outfits for these characters until the next movie comes out. Elsa is the Snow Queen, Anna is Queen Anna. So, you know, I thought they would have went all out for them, but instead, you know, it was like below my expectations. They still hit the mark, but it didn't blow me away. You know, they just ticked boxes and released these dolls. So that's very interesting for me, because if they have done a major blow up job on this one, these dolls are going to be the grails. Speaking of grails, of course we cannot leave out our 2013 OG Elsa. So this is details when I'm talking about it. You know, you can see the difference between them. It's interesting. I was asking a friend on Instagram which look that they preferred. So they actually prefer the new look, but with the quality of the old one. And I think that answer is like very good, because design-wise, I actually lean towards more the new Spirit Elsa look, but quality-wise, you know, quality is there in the older ones, which the newer one does not quite recapture what was done in the past. And here I just wanted to show some of the details on the original Elsa doll. So like these little translucent sparkles there, you know, it's not printed on like a big sheet of printed piece, but it's still there individually to capture that. So Queen Elsa and Queen Anna, you know, it's an awesome way to wrap up the limited edition dolls of this movie. I really don't think anything else is coming unless they decide to do Elsa in her nightgown from Into the Unknown sequence, but they are a pretty solid way to send off this movie. And even though they are imperfect and have flaws, it's still a very, very nice collectible to have in your collection. So despite all of that, I still recommend that you get these dolls if you like this movie and the characters. Alright, that is it from my review on the limited edition Snow Queen Elsa doll from Frozen 2. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with any of my points made in the video. You can also check me out on Instagram at Chaymie Creates for more photos on these awesome dolls. But right now, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the review of Queen Anna, which is coming soon, and I will see you all soon in my next video. Bye!